A grand welcome to Agri Dost, a student made YouTube channel. As we are new in this channel, if you have any doubts, please comment in comment box. If you want to support our channel, please like, share and subscribe. Please watch full video without skipping because this video increases the knowledge about the agriculture. Let's begin our topic. India is the second populated country in the world after China. The present population of India is 139 millions. As this population rate increases in the same way, at the time of 2050 it will increases to 166 millions. As we know that there is more birth rate than the death rate in India. This is the main reason for population in India. For growing population, there should be sufficient food. 210 million tons of food is producing in present day. For growing population at the time of 2050, there should be 350 million tons of food has to be produced. India have the geographical area of 2.4% and water of 1%, forest and grazing land of 0.5%. At the time of 2050, India requires 17% of water. India population growth is 2% and agriculture growth is 1.5%. Thus, at the time of 2050, India will produce 250 million tons of food. Does our land supports? Let's start the topic by step from the history of agriculture. Our ancient people ate fruit and flesh as food. After a long time, they started farming and started production. Then how the changes started in India in agriculture production? That is, at the time of 1947 to 1960, India has increased more in population. And at the time of 1964 to 1966, India had got food drought condition, so that at the time of 1960, India have decided to decrease the food meal, that is called as forfeit a meal. India had food insufficient because of increasing in population and less technology of production. At the time of 1964, India has produced 12 million tons, which is insufficient. Because of insufficient production, India started imports from America of wheat from ships for 1 rupee payments and subsidy. At the time of 1966, it has been increased to 10 million tons as this turns as challenge for national food security. For all these problems came a solution called as Green Revolution. The Green Revolution has been started by M.S. Swaminathan as he was the father of Indian Green Revolution. He was awarded as Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri and World Food Prize awarded. He is an agricultural scientist. The M.S. Swaminathan observed normal Borlaug. He introduced different types of varieties of wheat in Mexico and Philippines. He is the father of World Green Revolution. The normal Borlaug was invited to India at the time of 1963. He introduced the high-yield variety of Mexican wheat in India, which changed the Indian wheat production at the time of 1964. At the time of 1964, it has 12 million tons, and at the time of 1968, it has been increased to 17 million tons, and at the time of 2001, it has been increased to 75 million tons. Now you will get some doubts like Green Revolution introduced only wheat variety and any other. Let's find the answers for different types of questions. Rice and wheat has been introduced more at the time of Green Revolution. Mexican wheat and Philippine rice are important varieties. Some of the major crops that has been introduced at the time of Green Revolution are rice, millets, jowar, wheat and corn. The most important topic that should be learnt is IR8 as it is called as Miracle Rice of India. IRRI, International Rice Research Institute at the time of 1960 developed this IR8 variety called as draft variety. At the time of 1966, IR8 introduced in Philippines and in India at the time of 1962. IRRI of their experiments of 38 crossbreeds, IR8 is 8th breed. DGO and O gene, semi-draft gene has increased food production. For any work there will be advantage and disadvantage. Like that, Green Revolution also have disadvantages. Before knowing these disadvantages, let's start the topic of nutrient deficiency. At the time of 1960, the first micronutrient deficiency started. The first micronutrient is iron, and at the time of 1999, 5 micronutrients had been decreased. They are molybdenum, boron, manganese, zinc and iron. And at the time of 2003, 8 micronutrient has been decreased. One of the state in India, that is Karnataka, had got deficiency of zinc 78%, iron 39% and boron 32%. So what are the reasons for this? They are combined effect of high yield varieties, fertilizers, irrigation, monocropping, and other ways the nutrient has been losing. Let's start the topic of disadvantages of green revolution. At the time of green revolution, major agriculture techniques has been started and high yield varieties of hybrid seeds has been used for getting more production. The demand of hybrid varieties has been increased and also chemical pesticides, insecticides and synthetic fertilizers has been used for getting more production. Now India is second largest fertilizer producing in world. Because of use of fertilizers, groundwater has been polluted and the other beneficial insects has been died and also soil degrades has been started. At the time of 1950 to 1951, there is 0.5 kg per hectare has been consumed. At the time of 2008, it has been increased to 94.7 kg per hectare. 1 kg of fertilizers produce 15 to 16 kg of greens, but now it has been decreased to 4 to 5 kg. As these chemical fertilizers are harm to land, water and nature, because of this there will be a chance of getting second green revolution. But at the time of green revolution, there will be decrease in soil fertility. As we are not saying that farmers are doing mistakes, he is doing without knowing. Say they have to change. Now you will get other doubt. At the time of green revolution, new seeds has been introduced. Then what the past seeds has been? As these seeds are called as indigenous seeds. Because of these hybrid varieties, indigenous seeds has been extincted. Some of they are rayon, timru, kuri, yellow ragi. Some of the state-wise seeds that are extincted are red okra of Karnataka, black rice of Gujarat and red corn in Tamil Nadu. As these are the disadvantages of green revolution. So how to stop? Some of the agriculture techniques like sustainable agriculture. As the main process of sustainable agriculture is crop rotation. For example, in a year there will be 3 seasons. For the 3 seasons, 3 types of crops should be grown. Because of that, there will be decreasing in nutrient deficiency in the soil and also decreasing in the soil erosion. The other one is planting cover crops, as this increases the soil fertility and stop the soil erosion. And the other process is zero tillage and also integrated pest management, as some of the methods of sustainable agriculture. And the other method of crop production is organic agriculture, consisting of less tillage and using of agri waste and mulching and the using of vermicompost. So friends, now you understand why we named this topic as journey of agriculture coming to an end. As the green revolution introduced in the past is correct, but the use of fertilizer has been increased. Because of that, the soil fertility has been decreased. To get rid from these problems, we should start sustainable agriculture or organic agriculture. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.